Oke, Ros.
Oke, hello everyone. Selamat datang di Scrum kita hari ini. Kita ada teman baru nih di community. Mungkin David bisa perkenalan dulu. Oh, kami dulu deh yang perkenalan. Namaku Ros. Ini Kak Tendi, ada Om Rafiq, tim community manager.
Okay. Perkenalkan, let me introduce myself. My name is David Bandia. I'm 21 years old and I'm undergraduate student from University of Brawijaya. Thank you.
Oke.
Nice to meet you, David.
Nice to meet you.
Salam kenal, David.
Salam kenal.
Ya, kakak yang share screen ya, jadinya.
Yes.
Oke. Jadi hari ini kita mau ngupdate campaign program kita di Trello, mulai dari partner refine kontrak oleh aku. Jadi untuk sign kontraknya udah semua, karena yang Villa Santi itu kan masih trial dan perlu dikunjungi dulu kata Kak Tendi kan.
Sinta.
Sinta ya, Villa Sinta itu. Jadi udah semua yang kontrak sudah terkirim, tinggal menunggu tanda tangan kontrak oleh para partner. Dan kemarin kemarin ada deh satu itu Villa Amazon sudah, dan hari ini dari pondok kita. Nah, terus kemarin Om Rafiq kan ada ngasih diskusi di engagement paper itu bilang kalau kita perlu membahas kontrak itu, yang gimana Om?
Oke, makasih Ros. Itu udah kemarin aku jelasin ke Dendi. Mungkin kita bisa discussion aja. Karena kontrak yang bahasa Indonesia itu agak rancu bahasanya. Karena kan kontraknya itu yang bahasa Inggris itu di translate ke bahasa Indonesia, jadi agak rancu dia. Itu yang agak di aware sama Maharaja. Tapi cuma Maharaja aja sih. Mungkin nanti aku sama Dendi atau sama Ros sampai bertiga aja nanti.
Oh ya, oke ya. Om kalau gitu. Siap. Lanjut ke campaign selanjutnya, Community Engagement Meeting Program dari Om Rafiq.
Dari aku itu sudah ada peningkatan kemarin dari 19, 2 hari yang lalu dari 19, kemarin jadi 22. Kemarin dari SD-nya dari 3 jadi 4. Yang Kimontri-nya dari 66 jadi 70. Appointment birthday-nya 33, ada yang depan. Sama appointment-nya dari 66 jadi 70. Dari discuss-nya dari 36 jadi 43. Yang lainnya masih sama. Terus mungkin lanjut ke Facebook. Jadi
untuk birthday hari ini kalau nggak salah ada ya, Ros ya? Belum
besok.
Oh, besok ke tanggal 11 ya?
Besok. Ya.
2 orang.
Oke.
Santi dan saya sudah cek.
Mantap. Gue suka gaya lo.
Yang engagement-nya masih, topiknya udah pertama 3, kalau nggak salah. Satu tentang CSI, program yang dibikin sama Teddy, terus yang kedua tentang, mungkin kita tambahin lagi GS Juni mungkin. Jadi aku ada ide, mungkin nanti aku sama Aldo, mungkin kita videoin aja, nanti aku yang jadi kayak pembawa acaranya. Terus aku kayak nanya-nanya gitu loh. Terus si Aldo yang bikinin video, kayak dulu si Windy itu loh.
Oke, boleh.
Itu sih idenya aku, kalau Aldo nggak sibuk sih. Mungkin hari Kamis atau Jumat ya aku ajak Aldo.
Oke, siap Om. Sama ini sih kalau untuk di Facebook tadi aku udah nambahin konten lagi, mungkin untuk di update yang hari ini Om ya.
Jadi aku update-nya setiap jam 7 jam 8 malam.
Mungkin habis ini Om bisa post konten barunya yang ini aku buat tentang 6 cara mencegah rayap di rumah Anda ini. Terus ada link tinggal ditambahkan Om, bisa buat kata-kata kan di post itu, tinggal ditambahin source-nya aja, sumber gitu. Sumber di bawahnya tambahin ini aja kayak gitu. Terus aku juga ada masukin mana lagi ya? Oh ini mungkin yang Sitok ini mungkin minta bantuan dari Ros dibuatin kayak singkat untuk kontennya, untuk di post ke FB untuk hari Kamisnya, lagi 2 hari ya. untuk yang ini, yang Christopher. Ya, Ros?
Itu apa yang ke Facebook itu
Hmm.
kayak kemarin juga Kak dibuat
Yang kayak
kayak
GFAB itu.
slide.
Yang kayak GFAB itu ya.
Oke.
Yang mana GFAB itu kemarin? Oh, yang ini ya.
Oke
Oke,
Kak.
nanti kalau butuh fotonya kayaknya di LinkedIn dia ada juga fotonya Alessandra itu, kamu bisa cari di LinkedIn. Terus itu aja sih dari aku, lanjut Ros.
Kak, tunggu aku mau tanya tentang itu kan Serjing kan kemarin menyarankan kalau blognya itu di-share ke Facebook.
Mm-mm.
Gimana ya? Kita udah bikin bentuk slide,
Mm-mm.
terus kita share blog lagi gitu.
Gini kita kan udah buat untuk slide, terus kamu bisa itu bisa di kayak di postnya itu sih tulisan kata-kata teksnya itu. Jadi kayak jika Anda ingin melihat lebih lengkapnya apa namanya video lebih lengkapnya dan beberapa sumber dari
Deskripsi.
berapa sumber atau expert dari Bukit Vista, kalian bisa cek di link di bawah ini di website kami itu. Jadi kamu masukin linknya di sana. Jadi itu masukin link websitenya kita ya.
Oke Kak.
Oke, sip. Oke, lanjut.
Aku lanjut Cleanliness Program oleh Kak Tendi. Ya.
Oke, jadi untuk cleanliness program kemarin itu yang ada responnya itu Sankara. Jadi tambahannya Sankara yang respon sama join, terus juga udah di training sama testing. Terus untuk registration on Airbnb kemarin dari Rizal juga ada tambahan 13 listing yang udah 13 properti yang udah diregister juga sama tim marketing. Itu sih. Jadi sebenarnya sisanya tinggal 2 properti lagi untuk cleanliness, jadi Didis Place sama Kembang Kuning. Nah, Kembang Kuning sendiri sebenarnya udah join. Cuman untuk di trainingnya aja yang belum, untuk testingnya sama trainingnya yang belum. Sama Didis juga perlu di training sama testing. Soalnya siapa nama ownernya? Mark ya, kalau nggak salah omnya. Mark di Didis itu masih responnya masih kurang. Dan itu kayaknya mungkin minggu ini kalau ada waktu aku mungkin ke Didis langsung. Jadi ngecek langsung di sana apakah staffnya udah pakai ini atau belum. Sama biar aku bisa ngobrol langsung sama si Marknya langsung. Tinggal 2 aja sih sebenarnya.
Namanya
Oke, Kak.
Matt.
Matt ya.
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 Oh, untuk yang Putra Bali Villa itu nggak perlu testing lagi, Kak?
Udah sih. Jadi sebenarnya udah tinggal alatnya dia udah siapin alatnya, tinggal dipakai aja.
Oke. Terus untuk community pack Trusted Community belum ada update sih, masih sama ininya.
Tunggu Ros, mungkin aku bantu yang ini. Untuk yang community trusted page, aku close lagi page ini ya. Jadi udah di revamp, jadi ada update sebenarnya, cuman kayaknya Grace masih revisi ininya. Chapter funnel, community. Nih. Kan aku langsung bacaan di sini aja Ros ya. Ntar aku biar bisa Grace update juga langsung di Trello. Community page. Oh, ini dia. Nah, jadi update yang barunya dari community page ini sebenarnya untuk di assign. Jadi kita udah masukin namamu sama namaku juga di bagian sini. Nanti kamu bisa update di bagian di nomor di bagianmu sama di responnya juga di bagianmu. Kamu bisa update kan, kamu kemarin rencananya kontak yang pest control kan.
Iya.
Terus di sini update-nya totalnya ini sih update-nya. Jadi update terbarunya tuh untuk kontak list ada 4 tambahan kontak list, terus responnya ada 9 tambahan respon, terus ada partnership tambah 1 lagi yang tadi aku bawa di all hands itu si Christopher Corny yang dari Canggu Enco. Terus untuk blog itu ada tambahan 1 yang Alessandra kan. Gitu. Nah, tadi mungkin the next-nya kamu tinggal buat summary untuk yang ini.
Yang blog belum, Kak. Yang blog belum. Yang Alexandra itu belum.
Oh, belum ya? Tapi udah di-post di blognya?
Udah ada ya?
Kayaknya udah dibuatin dah ini. Yang ini.
Itu deskripsinya aja, Kak, bukan blognya.
Bukan, belum blognya gitu. Oke, berarti yang baru 1 aja GFAB ya?
Masih GFAB.
Oke, sip.
Rencananya hari Kamis atau Jumat udah selesai blognya.
Oke, berarti yang blognya baru 1 ya? Oke, sip. Dah. Itu aja sih dari aku. Next.
Oke. Terus yang untuk 10 meeting itu kan tahu video-videonya tuh minta dari siapa? Serjing ya? Atau kita lihat channelnya?
Untuk 10 meetingnya, jadi 10 meetingnya itu adalah yang di scheduling meeting, Ros. Tapi itu meetingnya nggak semuanya convert. gitu. Yang ke partnership itu yang convert meetingnya gitu.
Berarti
Jadi
4 ya video gitu.
karena kan di meeting itu kadang ada yang nggak datang ownernya, ada yang nggak datang atau yang nggak bisa atau segala macam gitu. Jadi baru 4 dari 10 yang convert gitu.
Oke Kak.
Oke.
Terus lanjut ke reducing the booking conflict program. Kemarin karena sign kontrak sama nonton videonya Alexandra, jadi aku semuanya udah ke outreach sih, yang region 1 sampai 4. Jadi tinggal nunggu respon mereka karena mereka bilang nanti saya kabari ya jadwal trainingnya. Terus dari Depadang kemarin itu katanya tim kesana kan training, tapi kata Om Rafiq tutup Depadang itu di Sujak.
Iya tuh, di Sujak tuh tutup. Gedor-gedor, telepon nggak diangkat. Hari Kamis aku sana hari Kamis.
Oke deh. Terus itu sih update dari aku Kak. Nanti hari ini aku mau coba kayak remind mereka lagi beberapa.
Oke, siap Bros.
Selanjutnya campaign selanjutnya dari Kak Tendi, campaign yang baru.
Oke, jadi untuk yang ini kemarin kan kita selesai meeting itu sekitar jam ini kan, jam 2, jam 3. Jadi setelah itu aku langsung ada training sama ini juga Sankara, sama ngambil cleanliness-nya, jadi nggak sempat untuk meeting sama marketing. Tapi aku coba reach hari ini karena Rizal juga berangkat kan, sekarang balik ke Jogja. Jadi mungkin aku schedule dulu sama Rizal, mungkin besok karena hari ini mungkin dia balik, jadi besok mungkin aku coba meeting sama Rizal. Tapi hari ini mungkin aku planning sama Vidi sama Lilis dulu. Tapi Lilis hari ini juga off. Jadi mungkin aku sama Vidi juga coba diskusiin. Tapi lebih bagus kalau misalnya sekalian gitu loh Vidi sama Lilis. Jadi nggak 2 kali. Jadi persepsinya bisa langsung di sana gitu. Jadi mungkin kalau nggak hari ini mungkin besok baru aku bisa jadwalin meeting. Jadi yang akan dibawa ke BI itu sebenarnya jadi aku mau konsult sama Vidi sama Lilis tentang KPI yang bisa di measure gitu, karena part of partner journey itu kan misalnya dari temporary partner itu marketing, itu yang buat kasih listnya. Terus dari marketing juga nanti yang klasifikasiin itu yang potensial untuk long term partner atau nggak potensial jadi long term partner gitu. Mungkin considerationnya dia nggak potensial sama potensial itu apa gitu. Misalnya kalau nggak potensial mungkin karena dia tuh udah punya kontrak sama agent lain gitu kan, segala macam gitu. Kalau dia potensial berarti dia masih baru free kayak gitu, kita masih bisa convert gitu. Terus di sini yang untuk community training programnya kan dari Ross. Terus di sini mungkin udah desain Om. Jadi untuk 3C training itu Om Rafiq sama yang inviting ke sosial media gitu. Jadi Om Rafiq mungkin pertama kali engagement misalnya kemarin kan ada baru Villa Dion gitu. Jadi halo, diajarin mungkin cara pakai video call kayak segala macam Google Meet kayak gitu. Terus bigger training Ross, nanti toketnya aku. Terus untuk sebenarnya yang aku mau discuss ke BI itu yang di antara gap ini D3 ke E ini gitu. Nah, jadi kalau dari short term partner itu mau ke long term kan at least dia harus dapat booking nih. Gitu. Baru dia lebih trust ke kita kan. Karena kita bisa ngasih tamu gitu. Soalnya agak susah walaupun dari community kita udah training segala macam, kita susah bawa dia ke long term kalau kita nggak ada ngasih booking. Ya nggak? Gitu. Jadi aku mungkin discuss ke Vidi atau Lilis, mungkin dia mau nambahin satu stage di sini dari BI, mungkin kayak booking property booking gitu misalnya. Jadi dari short term ini mereka dari BI bisa ngasih berapa booking untuk mereka kayak gitu. Jadi setelah mereka udah dapat booking, baru aku bisa ngomong ke partnernya gitu. Bu, gimana bulan lalu kan udah dapat booking lumayan segala macam gitu. Ada mau nggak jadi partner kita long term kayak gitu. Jadi aku bisa ngomongnya enak gitu. Karena kalau kita training segala macam dari komoditi tapi kita nggak ada ngasih booking, kan mereka aduh ini aja nggak ada ngasih booking tapi mau long term gitu kan. Jadi kan lebih bagus kita biar komplit stage-nya tuh biar komplit gitu. Dari training ada, socialization, engagement, tapi booking juga tetap jalan kayak gitu. Biar enak juga aku ngomongnya ke partner kayak gitu. Kayak gitu sih Ros. Jadi aku perlu meeting sama marketing sama BI dulu kayak gitu.
Oke Kak, kalau gitu. Terus mau tanya dulu kira-kira ada yang mau ditanyakan nggak untuk kampanyenya? Terutama untuk David, baru pertama ya kan, mungkin bingung-bingung.
Kalau jujur sih masih meraba-raba sih Kak kalau soal ini. Soalnya belum juga ke Kak Vidi sama Kak Lilis juga kan soalnya nanti. Entah aku ngomong dulu ke Kak Vidi sama Kak Lilis atau ke Kak Tendi dulu lah Kak. Soalnya masih meraba-raba juga.
Boleh. Apa namanya, David? Entah abis ini aku kirimin kamu di Slack untuk playlist. Kan ada playlist untuk sync up kita sebelumnya kan di YouTube. Itu nanti kamu coba nonton dulu playlist yang sync up sebelum-sebelumnya biar kamu lebih ngerti apa itu campaign, apa itu SLA, apa itu segala macam. Jadi kamu lebih paham gitu. Jadi lebih merabanya lebih dalam lagi gitu. Kayak gitu. Jadi kamu bisa lebih tahu. Jadi the next sync up-nya kamu bisa lebih aktif untuk komen segala macam ya.
Iya, nanti akan dikirimkan link YouTube sync up sebelumnya. Oke. Terus kita lanjut ke discussion manajemen inisiatif.
Yuk.
Ya, mungkin boleh di zoomin Kak dikit. Mulai dari yang
ini udah yang ini kamu
ya, dari aku ya. Kepikiran aja sih tentang building a host guest relationship. Kayak apakah Bukit Vista itu hanya bertindak sebagai manajer saja atau dia sekaligus menjadi tuan rumah? Karena siapa sih yang sebenarnya menjadi tuan rumah, partner kita atau kita juga termasuk tuan rumah? Itu pertanyaan yang pertama. Terus aku pernah nonton ini TED Talks, itu kayak membangun hubungan yang baik antara tuan rumah dengan tamu tuh punya dampak yang yang baik. Gimana relationship-nya itu bakalan membuat tamu itu lebih percaya pada partnernya. Kayak mereka kan jadi kayak sebagai teman dan keluarga. Contohnya ini aku lihat di Facebooknya Pak Iwayan Kastawan dari Bambu Bunga Los. Jadi tamunya itu walaupun dia sudah selesai nginap dari negaranya, dia ngucapin selamat ulang tahun ya, kayak gini-gini, kayak keluargaku, kayak gitu. Jadi ada hubungan yang spesial gitu pokoknya. Sehingga bakalan ada kunjungan penginapan berulang nanti ke Bambu Bunga Los. Terus ketika Bukit Vista berhasil memanage dan membuat good relationship antara host yaitu partner dengan tamu, itu akan menurut aku dan menurut TED Talks-nya itu bakalan berdampak kepada kepercayaan partner kalau kita sudah menjadi manajer yang tepat buat mereka, dan itu akan buat mereka loyal ke kita. Nah, jadi pertanyaanku selanjutnya yang kedua ini, apa sih yang udah Bukit Vista lakukan dari semua chapter untuk menciptakan good relationship antara partner dengan si tamu? Terus aku setuju kalau agak di luar kontrol kita dalam membangun good relationship, karena itu bergantung pada si partner. Kayak aku nggak mau fokus banget sama propertiku karena aku punya pekerjaan lain, bisa aja kayak gitu. Atau tergantung komunikasinya ke tamu kayak gitu, dan itu juga bergantung kepada si tamu, dia mau terbuka sama orang baru atau enggak kayak itu, atau dia cuman kayak menikmati liburan aja tanpa sosialisasi ke tuan rumah kayak gitu. Nah, tapi pastinya adalah sesuatu hal dari kita Divi sebagai manajer, gimana cara mendorong si mereka, kedua pihak ini supaya memiliki good relationship, karena itu berdampak bagi mereka dan juga bagi kita kayak gitu. Mungkin aku tanya dulu dari siapa ya pertama, dari Kak Dendi atau Om Rafiq?
Yang ketawa-tawa mungkin dulu.
Iya, dari Om Rafiq. Minta tolong Kak Dendi jadi sekretaris ya Kak.
Oke.
Ketawa-ketawa gimana tuh Dendi?
Nggak tahu.
Sebenarnya ini related ke CR sebenarnya. Karena kita di community adalah membangun bagaimana trust kita ke partner, itu sudah terjadi, itu pun sudah terbukti. Buktinya yang kita bisa lihat itu kayak yang kamu share ini, Pak Kastawan ini, jadi dia tuh engage sama biasanya lebih keras daripada Vista itu. Itu yang pertama. Kalau kamu bilang bisa nggak kita menyuruh dalam arti tanda kutip partner seperti itu, dia already did it. Dia udah melakukan itu. Tapi kan sekarang apa yang dia lakukan dan kita lakukan itu harus balance. Contoh, misalnya kayak kita di handle reservasi. Sama kayak misalnya kita kalau kita dilihat di sini adalah online manager. Dan kita juga host di Airbnb juga. Kan gitu. Host di Airbnb itu yang notabene kadang-kadang kalau mungkin si Tendi bisa lihat itu kadang-kadang masuk ke suatu villa ini villanya Tendi ya gitu. Oh bukan, kadang-kadang ordernya seperti itu. Karena dari Airbnb itu ada. Kalau kamu host itu adalah tuan rumah. Siapa yang punya properti itu adalah hostnya. Itu plus mention dari guest. Siapa yang aku masukin rumah itu adalah hostnya, bukan yang aku booking. Itu perspektif dari guest. Tapi kita juga nggak bisa seperti itu. Sebagai host online, satu harus fast respon. Apa yang dia inginkan, namanya kita bisa provide. Terus ada itu kan goodnya ya, tapi ada juga jeleknya. Kenapa kita tidak mau terlalu keras dalam artian engagement dengan guest? Karena gini, guest kita kan kalau sekarang kan cuma 1-2, 3, nggak lebih dari 10 deh per hari. Tapi kalau normal itu bisa melebihi dari 80 guest. Gitu. 60 guest. Bukan berarti kita tidak care sama mereka. Apapun itu kita pasti care. Tapi as long sama kayak gini, aku kasih contoh. Kalau kamu masuk ke swalayan, you already know what to buy. Kamu udah tahu apa yang kamu mau beli. Sebagai dari pihak penyelenggara di supermarket itu, kalau sudah menyediakan itu dan kamu satisfied, no problem. Kalau aku seperti itu. Jadi sekarang bagaimana makanya kita di sini selalu memberi tidak bilang itu owner atau kita partner, karena sama kita tuh saling mendukung. Misalnya dari partner dia perlu apa, bilang ke kita. Itu pun juga kita. Jadi ada taking give-nya. Kalau aku sih, selama ini kita mau seperti itu. Kita mau tetap menjadi partner, tapi kita tidak mengurangi pelayanan kita kepada tamu. Tapi lebih banyak owner pribadi yang tidak seperti itu lebih tinggi karena mereka 24 jam jual tamunya kan.
Ya.
Menurut aku sih itu.
Oke Om, terima kasih Om buat responnya. Berarti koordinasi sama HR juga ya berarti. Kalau dari Kak Tendi gimana Kak?
Kalau dari aku sih yang dibilang Om juga benar. Jadi sebenarnya harus balance juga. Jadi apa yang bisa gimana caranya dari sisi BV bangun relation sama sisi owner. Nah, salah satu contoh yang kamu buat ini adalah sebenarnya one of the success story from the Bukit Vista juga gitu, karena we transform the partner kan to be delight kan gitu. Jadi kenapa partner ini bisa punya relation yang bagus dengan guest itu karena mungkin dari kita juga kita kasih tahu gitu. Jadi gimana caranya biar tamu itu bisa balik ke properti kamu gitu. Jadi harus di take care dengan baik kayak gitu, diberikan. Inilah salah satu contoh hospitality standar yang terdeliver gitu loh ke guest gitu. Jadi kan bukan dari BV aja yang harus ngasih pelayanan service segala macam, tapi mostly yang kontrol on-site itu kan partner gitu.
Iya,
jadi karena kayak mungkin pagi tuh kayak bilang good morning, walaupun kayak gitu kan pagi-pagi how was your sleep kayak gitu, itu walaupun hal kecil tapi sangat penting gitu. Karena dari Bukit Vista kan kita bisa memang kita bilang good morning tapi kan online, nggak tatap muka langsung gitu. Tapi dari partner itu punya kontrol yang besar untuk on-site experience-nya lah gitu. Kalau kita kan mostly online experience kan, kayak gitu kita bisa ngasih tips, kita ngasih link, kita ngasih direction, kita ngasih call segala macam itu kan bisa dibilang itu online relation gitu. Kalau partner atau onsite team itu mereka lebih ke onsite experience-nya gitu. Nah, sebenarnya sebelum Bukit Vista 4.0 sendiri dari host dari apa ECR sendiri itu kita lebih banyak ngasih juga onsite experience gitu. Nah, mungkin bisa dilihat di Instagram mungkin kamu bisa ngeliat
Iya.
jadi kayak
Pernah lihat.
aku sama Om Rafiq itu kita selalu nungguin tamu check in, kita nganterin tamunya ke pantai, kita gonceng tamunya itu ke pantai, jelasin pantainya kayak gini. Biasanya aku juga nonton sama tamu kayak nganterin dia nonton kecak dance gitu, jelasin sambil lihat sunset gitu, kita minum bareng gitu di pantai gitu. Itu foto-fotonya banyak banget, itu ada di galerinya SCR tuh ada foto-fotonya banyak banget itu. Dan itu mungkin itu juga bisa sebagai suatu expose, mungkin kita buat kayak galeri juga kayak SCR tim galeri gitu kan, bisa juga kayak sama-sama tamu-tamu, karena selama ini kita selfie segala macam kan kita nggak ada post kemana-mana kan, karena di Instagram sendiri juga limited gitu kan. Itu mungkin itu yang bisa bisa dipikirin dari community manager juga, how we deliver kayak our moment with guest ke partner, atau the partner moment to the guest kayak itu, atau to the BV kayak gitu kan. Mungkin kita bisa pikirin suatu wadah kayak place itu yang bisa kita pakai untuk mengekspos itu gitu. Jadi experience dari biar partner tuh tahu gitu, karena partner kan kadang-kadang ada yang di luar negeri, ada yang di Jakarta, di luar kota segala macam. Partner nggak tahu bahwa Bukit Vista tuh udah ketemu sama tamunya gitu loh. Ya kan, ketemu tamunya, bantu check in, kita bantu online akses online kayak itu segala macam, kayak kita conversation sama tamu gitu kan, kadang mereka nggak tahu kan. Gitu. Yang mereka tahu kan cuman dari dapat revenue aja kebanyakan kan, dapat uang udah transfer belum, ya itu kan kebanyakan. Tapi dia nggak, kadang partner nggak tahu seberapa effort kita untuk give service ke guest gitu kan. Itu mungkin itu yang bisa salah satu contoh yang bagus. Mungkin di FB group kita bisa gitu. Misalnya kayak hari ini mungkin aku ada video call sama guest nih gitu. Dia check in hari ini gitu kan. Mungkin dari contohnya misalnya aku di ECR gitu. Jadi aku video call sama guest gitu. Jadi aku kayak kasih dia tips kayak gitu segala macam. Di screenshot aja waktu video call itu. Itu kita bisa post di Facebook. Hey, one of our ECR team assist the guest and give the tips to the guest in this property kayak gitu. This is one of our service online service from Bukit Vista gitu. Walaupun kita nggak bisa on site, but we always deliver the good relation with the guest kayak gitu. Kita bisa post itu di Facebook juga sebagai bahan gitu. Mungkin, nah itu mungkin yang bisa kita koordinasiin ke ECR juga sebagai bahan kita. Jadi partner tuh tahu gitu. Jadi kayak oh Bukit Vista tuh bukan cuma ngasih tamu, ngasih uang, tapi dia benar-benar komunikasi sama tamuku di villa kayak gitu loh. Kayak itu yang bagus itu untuk kita coba buat. Mungkin itu bisa jadi satu campaign baru juga bisa kan kayak gitu. Jadi kayak FB itu support, sebenarnya itu support juga ke partner turnover juga gitu di eksternal SLA gitu, karena trustnya lebih tinggi kan partner itu, bahwa oh BV itu ternyata benar-benar taking care of my guest gitu.
Bukan cuma bookingan.
Nah kayak gitu juga bisa jadi ini bisa jadi satu ide yang bagus gitu. Tapi nah sekarang tugas kita adalah gimana cara kita follow up-nya kayak gitu. Apakah siapa yang mau come up, step up gitu, misalnya step on toes-nya siapa yang mau step up untuk campaign ini, yang mau make it this happen kayak gitu loh. Itu yang sangat penting gitu. Jadi nggak selesai di discussion ini, not only in this discussion, but following follow up-nya kayak gitu, actionable-nya gimana kayak gitu. Mungkin itu yang aku tunggu juga dari kalian gitu, karena kemarin aku juga baru come up sama satu campaign, jadi aku pengen fokus di sana. Mungkin dari kalian mungkin Rose mau nyoba juga nggak apa-apa gitu, karena kan itu relatif juga ke Facebook group kan kayak gitu. Karena kontrak, kalau aku bilang kalau di kontrak kan mungkin sistemnya udah bagus sekarang di kontraknya, jadi list kontrak udah ada, list birthday udah ada gitu kan, udah terbuild dah sistemnya gitu. Mungkin kamu mau come up, mau coba satu campaign lagi boleh gitu, untuk yang ini Facebook guest relation expose kayak apa gitu, nggak apa-apa, boleh itu sih dari aku mau record dulu.
Siap.
Thank you.
Nanti mungkin bisa dilanjut tentang ini ya. Terus
Boleh.
koordinasi ke SER juga.
Mm-mm.
Terus apa ya, setuju. Pokoknya dari aku setuju sama Kak Tindi dan Om Rafiq. Jangan terlalu mengontrol mereka juga. Kalian harus punya hubungan yang baik nih sama tamu. Kadang kan ada partner-partner yang kayak fokusku nggak ke sana kayak gitu. Terus ya nanti mungkin kita bisa omongin lagi tentang ini. Kalau dari David ada kira-kira masukan nggak? Atau pendapat?
Belum.
Oke, kalau gitu dari aku itu ya Kak, aku setuju sama ini dan sepertinya butuh insight lagi dari Kak Tendi mungkin, dari Om Rafiq, terus dari HAR, kira-kira wujudnya itu gimana kita mewujudkan itu. Terus, and yeah, welcome sir. The next topic is from Serging. Request new interns from HR. Would you like to explain this more, sir? Hello, sir. I think you freeze. Oh ya.
Dia nge-lag.
Oke. Kita lanjut ke next question dulu atau sambil nunggu Serging nanti ya?
Next saja.
Oke.
Kalau
Selanjutnya
menurutku ini cuma info aja dari kalau memang mau intern lagi tinggal request saja ke HR.
Oke.
Mungkin dari Tendi ada mau request ke HR gitu. Tentang finance.
Untuk the HR mungkin aku mau coba request satu atau dua lagi. Jadi mungkin yang sama yang tadi mungkin bisa tadi gini. Jadi kan kamu kan sudah jalan nih campaignmu kan. Jadi mungkin aku mau request satu atau dua intern lagi. Jadi intern yang baru itu bisa jalanin campaignmu yang sebelumnya. Jadi Ros bisa maju ke campaign selanjutnya gitu, sama kayak aku gitu. Jadi campaign yang belum selesai misalnya aku lagi dikit lagi kan kayak cleanliness gitu, mungkin bisa dilanjutin sama dia as a exercise atau latihan gitu. Jadi aku bisa ke new campaign-nya gitu. Sama Om Rafiq juga bisa. Jadi mungkin Om Rafiq di community engagement kan udah jalan tuh, sistemnya udah ada, gimana caranya engagement, gimana set schedule segala macam, cara update-nya. Jadi intern yang baru bisa bantu untuk jalanin itu Om. Jadi Om Rafiq bisa ke campaign yang baru kayak gitu. Jadi kayak kontrak itu bisa dibantu sama intern yang baru. Karena sekarang tugas kita adalah kita build sistem yang fix gitu loh. Sistem yang bagus untuk kita bisa deliver ke new intern gitu. Jadi kita buat kayak suatu materialnya gitu. Kayak gimana sih kayak Ros kan kamu sebelumnya kan masuk nih ke community kan, sebelumnya kan kamu nggak tahu apa-apa gitu. Nah, menurut kamu yang dari material kita yang sebelumnya ada yang kurang atau segala macam, jadi kamu yang nambahin gitu. Kamu kan tahu nih, misalnya kamu sebelumnya kayak, kayaknya kemarin itu waktu aku masuk pertama kali itu kayaknya kurang di bagian ini. Jadi kamu tahu yang kurang di mana, nanti kamu yang buat sistem yang baru gitu. Gimana caranya biar intern yang baru itu lebih clear, jelas, gampang untuk memahami apa tuh campaign, apa itu gimana caranya kita komen, gimana cara kita jadi chairman gitu kan gitu. Jadi itu tugas kita selanjutnya, itu challenge-nya gitu. Jadi aku mau request mungkin sama HR hari ini, jadi untuk tambahan 1 atau 2 intern lagi untuk bantu di community. Dan aku juga planning sebenarnya untuk ada community air support gitu loh. Jadi jadi HR kan ada air support tuh. Gitu. Jadi ada air support. Jadi orang yang dikontak sama owner gitu loh. Jadi PIC-nya di HR gitu. Nah, mungkin di community aku pengen juga ada itu satu gitu. Ada salah satu representatif kita gitu loh. Kayak satu yang online, yang satu orang tuh masuk di semua grup gitu, properti. Nah, jadi kalau ada pertanyaan atau tentang related sama community gitu, kayak misalnya HR nanya nih, Pak, tolong cek biggernya dong. Misalnya ownernya bilang, oh saya belum di training bigger gitu. Nah jadi community yang balas, community air supportnya gitu, oh ya Pak, kalau itu kita bisa schedulein nggak segala macam gitu. Jadi nanti yang community air support itu dia deliver gitu ke orangnya masing-masing. Misalnya ke Ros ini ada partner yang request untuk training nih gitu misalnya, atau Kak Tendi ini ada partner yang request untuk diajarin cleanliness standar gitu. Jadi dia yang ke deliver ke kita lebih cepat kan gitu. Kalau misalnya kayak kita udah di grupnya kayak gitu, ada air supportnya kayak gitu. Jadi itu sih rencananya pengen ada yang community air supportnya gitu. Jadi either itu dia telepon sama WhatsAppnya kayak gitu Ros gitu. Jadi itu yang aku pengen planningnya ke depannya untuk community kayak gitu. Jadi air support itu adalah sebagai salah satu PIC kita yang informasinya tuh semua di sana gitu. Nanti dia tinggal spread out ke kita aja, tinggal deliver ke masing-masing gitu. Soalnya kalau sekarang kan komunikasinya per orang nih gitu. Bigger biasanya cross aja gitu kan. Om Rafiq ke engagement, aku ke cleanliness. Jadi yang tahu conversationnya kan cuma kita aja nih gitu. Tapi kalau di air support itu siapapun bisa tahu gitu untuk conversationnya gimana kalau di air support itu kayak gitu, Ros.
Oke Kak.
Itu sih. Planningku hire 1 atau 2 orang lagi ke HR. Mungkin aku request 2 deh ke HR.
Oke. Terus, ya. Kita tolong tulis 2 orang lagi situ ya Kak.
Ya, aku lanjutin.
Terus lanjut. Nanti mungkin kita bisa lanjut bahas yang itu ya Kak, yang intern tadi tuh.
Benar.
Sama yang apa community air support itu.
Yap.
Terus untuk the next topic itu list of listing suspend from Kak Gani, Mas Gani sudah ada itu linknya, and yeah, I already see that listing, so we can analyze. Yeah, maybe you can explain this, Kak Ten.
Oke, jadi yang untuk for this listing, I got the list from Gani actually. This is the list that the listing that Airbnb will suspend. Actually, there is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is 9 listing actually will from all profile that Airbnb will suspend, and I saw it here. It's mostly about the value and accuracy actually. So I would like we analyze from community. We analyze let's which part that we need to talk with the partner, and then with which part that we need to talk with the other chapter as well, like that. Okay, I think from the first, this is for the displays for the room 1 about for the what's called the rating below 4.0. Yes, Ros?
Please zoom out Kak.
Okay, sure. It's okay now? Okay. This is for the listing for the what's called the displays. The first for the rating itself, the overall rating is 3.8 actually from the 13 review, and then the overall cleanliness is 4.5, and it's actually still acceptable on the Airbnb because it's above 4.0, but the accuracy is 3.8. So we need to know like what the X query is, and then Agani also and me as a break it down the what's called the point of the review. The first is construction and danger of the unclean place was not fit in the stay. So I think the construction, this is actually what we need to get the information from the partner. So from the community, we need to what's called talk with the partner as well. Like please tell us also like if there is any construction or anything that like a renovation, please give us the update so we can update the listing. So after the partner inform us, then we can request to the content to update the listing, like put the construction information or renovation what's called on the description, or either the photo, so the accuracy of the listing it's more high, like that. And then this is no mosquito net. So this is also need to be clear on the listing. if we put the mosquito net or not, like that. And then the third one is so much noise on the wooden floors. I think this is because the house is like just the second floor is like a wooden, so maybe if there is like a step or something, it will be here by the guests. So I think this is also need to be put on the listing, and then make it more safe for guests with lighting and proper sign. This is also because I think the displays need more sign or direction to the property. So I think this is what we need to talk with the partner as well, like to put more, I think bigger sign or more sign to get their property, like that. And then also the lighting, I think the lighting itself is the way to go down to the beach. There is no light. It was dark actually. I think we also need to to find a solution, like how actually we create a good way. I think this is a challenge for community as actually, like because we have actually three property in the Bingin Beach that using the I can say like a dangerous way to go down with no light actually, but like how we actually like what's called gather them to create what's called to make the way it's more safe, or what's called tambahin lighting as well on the way. Yeah, so this is actually the things that we need to talk with them, like how we create the good accessibility to the guests, so the experience to the guests it's more good, like that. And then the last one is yeah, this one the way as well, like the perjalanan penginapan agak sulit and no signal. I think for the signal it's not like we cannot do more about the signal because it's on the cliff. So yeah, this is depend on the what's called pemancar itself. But on the way, I think we can talk with the three partner that we have, how actually we can fix the way to the property, like that. Okay, I think Ross, could you be the secretaries and the right here, the analyze?
Oke, Kak.
Yeah, and then this one, the listing for Puri Kelapa. This is the cleanliness 4.0. I think for the cleanliness we need to talk with the Puri Kelapa to improve it, because this is just uh, like below or our standard as well. And then also I think for the check-in is already good 4.7, and just need to improve until 4.8, and then the accuracy and then the value. Yeah, I think these three we need to highlight to the owner when we talk with the owner about the cleanness, accuracy, and then the value. I think if the value itself, I think the most control is from the BV side, right? Because if Puri Kelapa is flexible for the pricing, I think the value itself, it's about what the guest paid and then what the guest get. I think that's about the value from my opinion. But also maybe I need to get the opinion from the Om Rafiq itself, from Om Rafiq. What do you think about the value? Because most of the listing that will be suspend get the value, get the low value. So what do you think the value in here, Om?
I think this one is the value is not about pricing. So
Yes.
the value, yeah, the value thing is like this. The value, for example, the place is near this one, is near this one. I think that is the value. If I'm not wrong, can you hear me?
Yes, Om.
I think that's one about the value.
Okay, so it's about the like the property is easy to access to the
Yes,
shop, restaurant. Okay, maybe from Ross, what do you think about the value? So, for example, you are a guest and then you need to put the review on the Airbnb, and then you need to put the value, and then what do you think the value is when you will create a review?
The value is, I think, like apa ya? Hmm, their apa ya, penilaian mereka. Their value is like their opinion, egoist opinion for all the facility, like cleanliness, accuracy, communication, location, and check-in, I think.
Okay, so about the overall like the expectation that they expect to get, right?
Yeah, like total.
Okay, and then what about you, David? Do you agree with what Ross said? It's like an overall.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like average from the all of the point.
Okay, then. So what we need to discuss with the owner then, it's about all this value about the accurate, about the cleanliness, location, and then check-in. It's worth it to be paid by the guest, right? Okay, and then what do you think, Jing? Do you have any opinion or suggestion?
I actually was working on something else, so I'm just listening.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Okay, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
So then we will continue, yes, sir. Yeah.
Where are you, Jing?
I just dropped off Rizal at the airport, so I'm at a Starbucks nearby the airport.
I
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, we will continuing. So I think for the value, I would like to agree with Ross, David, and Om Rafiq. I think the conclusion is the value itself is about the combination of all the facility or the experience that the guests get, and then is it worth it? They pay for this property and experience or not, like that. Okay, so that's what we need to talk with the partner about the value. Yes, Jing?
I have a comment actually, now that I understand what's going on.
Sure.
So I think as community managers, you guys should start thinking about how to prioritize each particular metric
Yeah.
and what that means for value for a guest. Okay. So let's say, for example, think of it as weight. Okay. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have, let's say, 5 different things, right? And the value is probably one of the most important ones because that's the summary of was it worthwhile.
Yeah.
If it's good value, tends to be that people will come and buy again. If it's not good value, people will not buy again. Just think about what you generally repeat buy. Do you buy Indomie? Yes. Why? Because it's cheap. But if it was cheap and there was dead rats in it, would you still buy it? No, right? Because I don't trust the product anymore.
Yeah.
So the value point is something to do with understanding the weight of each particular other KPI, such as cleanliness, accuracy, communication, location, and check-in. What I think you guys need to think about, I suggest, is to think about what is the weight of each particular item. In the analogy that I just said with the Indomie example, if you found, let's say, a dead rat in your package of Indomie,
Yeah.
no matter how cheap it is, you're probably not going to trust Indomie and buy it again. You don't want dead rats in your food, right?
Sure.
So you know that cleanliness probably has a very heavy weight. So you can maybe, let's say you decide to give a weight between 1 and 5. So cleanliness probably has a pretty big deal. It's probably a 5. Accuracy, okay, think about that, right? The Indomie package shows, let's say, a beautiful chicken and everything on it, and you open it up. There's no chicken. There's no garnish. It's just noodles, right?
Yeah.
And some flavoring package. So it's not exactly accurate, but do you forgive them? Kind of, because you know what to expect already, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the accuracy is not as heavy a weight as the cleanliness. So that, maybe it's a 2, right, out of 5. The communication. Well, it really depends on each guest, right? Some guests need high amounts of communication. Some places need a high amount of communication, such as on the cliff or in areas where it's not very convenient. So what is the weight of that? Is it 1, like it doesn't matter at all? Or is it 5? It matters very importantly. So over time, I think what you can start to understand, and intelligence in terms of giving this to an owner would be, where do I need to prioritize the first? And what I would do as a community is I would start taking this feedback information and ranking it in terms of the most important to the least important, right? Currently, let's just based on what you are showing me so far, it seems like cleanliness is at the top, then accuracy, then communication, then location, then check-in. I would probably rank it a different way. Location is the least important because you can't really do shit about the location. You can't move their house, right?
Yep.
So there's really nothing you can do about that. That's the least important metric. The check-in, you're going to have to ask yourself through thousands of check-ins, did that actually impact the stay or not? Kind of does in some cases, it might not in other cases. The communication, probably important, right? Because it sets the context and it sets the tone and it lets people know what they should expect, yeah? The accuracy may be forgivable if the communication is really good, right? Maybe not so forgivable if it's too far away. So I think on that one, think about the prioritization of those metrics, and that way you will always be able to deliver great value.
Okay. Yeah, okay, sir. Yeah, I do agree with that as well. Like, I think we need to know the which one is prioritized, so we can uh we know like a win which part that we need to focus on, and then which
Absolutely.
part that we can less focus on. But also, but we need of course to focus all, right? So, but at least we know which one is the most that we need to focus on.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, I think for this one, I saw for the overall, the most review that get the below 4.0, it's the value itself, like a 3.9, 3.8, like that. And then because we already know the value is from the combination of the all, then we need to talk with the partner, actually, all the part of the ratings, and then make them understand what is mean, and then how actually to get the better rating from the current rating, like that. And then I think we also can offer the partner as well, because if we already got the really fellow like most of the rating is below 4.0, I think we can offer the new listing, but we need the partner is commit for the new listing. It's okay, we will launch the new listing, but this is five or six things that you need to note. So the accuracy, the cleanliness, and then the combination. Of course, we also will improve from the BV side about this, but we need the property from the owner support as well, like that. Yes, sir. Do you have any things that you want to
I have
comment?
an idea, Tandy.
Yes.
Do you have any cases where an owner was able to fix their cleanliness standard, like go from a low score to a high score?
Mm, oh, pardon, the last word.
Do you have any cases where an owner was able to fix their cleanliness score or their score overall, like go from a low ranking to a higher ranking?
From the low ranking to a high ranking. I think it's Labomi, sir.
Good.
Previously.
Okay. All right.
For the mall.
So, what happened in that case? Why did they go from a low ranking to a high ranking?
Okay, so from the Labomi, for the listing 1 to 3 and 4, actually they the bathroom is have like a small from sewage. What's in English, sewage, right?
Okay.
Yeah, from the hall. And then from that they got the complaint from the guest, and then bad review, and then the listing is paused like a
Okay.
7 days, and then they ask, we talking, and then we forwarding that review, and then we discuss a bit with Bu Yuli, actually, about that, how do we fix it, and then together with the housekeeping manager in the Labomi, then
Okay.
the housekeeping manager using I forgot the name of the medicine for fix the sewage smell.
Mhm.
And then the next we get a guest again on that listing after the listing is launched. Then the review, it's better actually from
Okay.
the previously. Then
Okay.
yeah, actually that's the improving for that, sir.
Okay, that's perfect. Her, Ross, can you work with Tendi to get a story out of that? Make that into, let's say, a 6-post Instagram story. This is what's before. This is when we talked about it. This is where step 1 fixing, step 2 fixing, step 3 fixing, and this is the conclusion.
Yes, I can, sir.
Okay. And that goes back to like what Ross was talking about at the all hands, right? This is how you actually fix people who are, I mean, maybe Labami is not a starving village, situation, but this is how you can positively transform. And Tendi, this is the story that you need, right? To get more people to know how to transform. So this is then Rafik, what you would post in the Facebook group. You show this is how we positively transform a case where somebody was not doing so good to a case where they did well. And that is why people partner with Book at Vista, right? Because this doesn't happen naturally, right? Like we had to initiate it, but you got to tell the story, Tendi. This story is what makes people go, oh, that's why I should work with you. That's why I give you 15, 20%, right?
Yeah.
Because this is the value that you add. Okay. So just as the story that Tendi told, but visualize it some way. You can make a short video on it. You can make it into a 6-post Instagram story, like a little carousel, right? Yeah. Make it into a blog, whatever it is, share it, talk about the story. And that story will essentially bring you, 1, people will believe that they can do it, right? 2, they'll bring you the right partnerships that want to positively transform.
Okay, sure.
And yeah.
That's a great idea, sir. Yeah, I think me and Om Rafiq as well, we have a lot of story of the partner that fixing the property, right? Then we can create that material as more as possible, like a lot of material. Then we can work with Ross to create the content.
And guess who else is good at making content? David. David did a really. Hey, has everyone seen what David did? By the way,
not yet.
Okay. Tendi, when you get a chance, maybe you can do it right now. Go to Book at Vista eTalk, right? On the Book at Vista website.
Yeah.
So David did this really cool thing with me during the, it's at the Book at Vista eTalk, BV eTalk on careers. You can just go to careers. Yeah. BV eTalk. So what David and I and Nawfal worked on was a way of getting the reviews that people had written to us after the BV eTalks, and we got it published up on the website, which is where most people decide if they want to attend another BV eTalk. So that's David's work right there. So all the little squares that you see posted there, David made, and now we can see like the stories that people say about their experience coming to a BV eTalk, right? So the same thing that you can apply to community. Just take those stories that you know and celebrate those stories. Those are the stories that build a legend. Those are the stories that build culture. And those are the stories you want your community to always be sharing and always be talking about. So talk more about them and give them a place. Give them a place where they can be celebrated. Yeah? I noticed Ross had a question, so yeah, I'll go back to Tendi. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea, sir. Yes, Ross, back to you.
About I want to make sure so we make Instagram story in Bukit Vista akun, or we make.
I'm not giving you a specific direction, Ross. I'm just giving you some ideas, right? You can do what. Don't take me word for word. You know your community better. You know what engages them better. What I'm suggesting is the story that Tendi just told. Represent it somehow, right? I think you know that your community probably won't read a blog, right? They probably won't go through the so they probably need something a little bit more snackable, like a snack, not like a whole thing. So that's the channel where you have to like administer it. So it could be just like an Instagram carousel as a suggestion, right? So you go through and you see like 6 slides that tell you the story, right? It could be an Instagram story where Tendi narrates. It could be an interview. You could interview the person and then create some other material. It's really up to you. The story is a good story. The story is actually a really good story, but you're gonna need to find how to tell that story, right? Like, I'll give you a good example, right? Ramayana. You know the story of Ramayana, right?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone knows the story of Ramayana. How did you understand that story? Was it through a children's book? Was it through YouTube? Was it through school? Was it through,
Movie.
where did you first hear that story?
From the paper, sir. Then paper.
Okay, that's good. At what age did you first read that paper?
Can you repeat, sir?
At what age? Umur berapa baru baca?
Oh, I already read your story with Kak Wayana.
Oh, no. This is Ramayana.
Sorry Ramayana, kamu umur berapa ini dengar Ramayana?
Oh, Ramayana. Oh, when I come to Jogja and yeah, I visit Borobudur. There is a Ramayana festival.
There's one way, right? That's one way of telling a story, through a festival. So you see Tendi, Rafik, that's what a festival should be about, right? When you have an event, there should be a story there so that everyone who walks away remembers what the story. That's one way. The other way, of course, is you use social media. You can use a video. You can just go and celebrate. You can have a meeting and have this person tell the story themselves, right? Those are all different ways of telling the story. Ross, you're going to have to choose a medium. You're going to have to choose Anda pilih channel, bagaimana communities akan mengerti cerita Anda. Anda milih itu, ya. But I'm just saying that story is a good story. You should tell the story so that they understand. Okay?
Okay, sir. I will talk it more with Kak Tendi and Om Rafik about it.
And just as a reminder, that's how you change the world. That's pretty much it. If you have a good story, it gives everybody a vision, and then the vision helps everyone move in the right direction. So if you want to empower villages, you got to have one success story of like a village that changed, right? And how you were able to change that. You tell that story, and then you get more people to follow that, and that becomes a movement. It's kind of true for every type of movement. Everyone remembers, and then that story inspires them to do great things.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. And then Ross, yeah, I think this is already written here as well, like the things that we need to improve. Then I think the last thing, we need to assign which member that will talk with this partner for the, because we have I think 12 days left to clarify with the partner if either they want this listing still keep or relaunch this listing like that. I think in here, I think for the displays, who want to talk with Matt, what's called the owner, Matt? Or I think I just sign it. Like okay, so for this I will talk with the owner. So this will be me, and then for the Preklapa, Om Rafiq, you can talk with the Pak Omang, and then also for Padang View, Om Rafiq as well. Okay, Om Rafiq, and then for the Labomi, Ross, we like to talk with the owner. Okay. And then this one is Sanyas. Sanyas, I will try to talk with the owner. And then Villa Bahagia, Ross would like to talk with owner. Okay. And then for the resident also, yeah, Ross. Okay, that's it. So we got the name. So we have the deadline until today's 10. So until 2022 November before the listing is suspend. So please update your result on here as well on the discussion. So you can start it by today, yeah. Okay, I think that's it, Ross. And then also with overtime actually 14 minutes, but this is good for this is a great discussion actually for the community. And then back to you, Chairman Ross.
Okay. Yeah, we have a great discussion, and I think I want to ask about surging like story We can add in this research trait about like storytelling, yeah, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, storytelling in research trait.
Yes,
Yeah.
the whole kind of principle. Actually, if you want to get more inspired by this idea, you can kind of go back to some of the professional networking we did with Natalie and with Ricardo, with what's that other guy? Douglas Atkin, right? They all carry through their power through stories. So that's essentially it, right? You don't tell the story like you never tell. Like, think about all great religions. In fact, right? It's never told from the perspective of the gods. Generally, it's told from the perspective of like how the gods influenced people, even, right? So you get kind of like an idea of I'm just going to use Greek mythology of like Sisyphus, right? This guy, he's rolling this big rock up a hill, he's being punished forever.
Yeah.
He's doing this. You get this idea of like Medusa and Perseus, right?
Yeah.
He's cutting off the head of Medusa and he's using it to destroy the Kraken. So these stories are what kind of creates a vision around what is it that you do. If you don't have a story, then people don't really understand your brand, right? They don't understand what you're really representing. But if you have a story, then now people get it, right?
Yeah.
Think of like the Karate Kid. Okay, that's a story. This kid gets beaten up all the time. He seeks a master. The master teaches him a skill. He gets revenge on the people who used to beat him up, right? That's a pretty classic story. That's a very common story. That's a revenge story, right? What is your story that you want people to really embrace around? When your story works, this is what's going to happen. Everybody, they see you, they know what you're about, right? It's like, oh, okay, you're the person who transforms people. You're the person who I go to, and you get me to do this magical thing. So the more refined your story is, the more likely that people will tell it to each other, and the more likely that you will get your power through that, essentially. And you don't have to do that much work anymore because people will already understand what you do, and they go, "I like it." Right? I like this idea. Like, think of the story is actually very simple for community. The most compelling story I'm thinking is a zero to hero story. Right? I started out. I'm a zero. I didn't know what I was doing. I was getting lost. I was da 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 da. I came to Boca Vista, and I started getting my shit together. And after that, I started becoming successful. And look at me now. I have 3 guest houses, right? That's the kind of story that most owners would love to hear. Because when you build something, you're scared. You don't know what to expect. It's doing it for the first time. There's all these different things. You know, it's like, it's scary, right? We elevate you. We bring you there. Do we do it all the time? Not unless we need the partner's cooperation too. But if the partner believes that that's the end goal, then we can get there. If the partner doesn't know where the end goal is, then it's always like, come to this meeting. Why? Because I asked you to, right? But they know that they're coming to a meeting because eventually they want to transform, then they'll come on their own, right? Then they'll read the stories on their own. So that's the, if you want to talk more about it, I'm free. Yeah, come and we can write stories together. I'm 100% about that, okay? But that could be a sub-discussion.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your input, and thank you for Kak Tendi and Om Rafiq. Yeah, I'm sorry we are over time. We can continue to discuss about our idea next Scrum. Yeah, thank you for your attending. Have